administration used in Linux. So as we have seen previously, how we can use the vim commands. So today we are going to see how we can add users into the Linux particularly. So let's start with our video. So how is user command seen? So first of all, let me tell you, we are going to learn today user administration, right? So for example, suppose if we want to add a user, so we simply add using the command user add, and we use the user name, right? So this is how we add a particular user. So let's take an example. Suppose we want to add an user name as Manish. User add Manish. So we have added the user into our Linux operating system. Now, if we want to see that the user is added into the machine, we can simply see it by using the command tail -5 etc passwd. So here we can see that the Manish is added as a user, where we can see some of the specifications like his user ID is 1011 and his group ID is also 1011, and the location where he can store is home Manish, and another location is bin bash. So we have successfully added a user. Now let's see another user command which is very useful. So another command is user add option argument username. So it's just an additional version of this particular previous command where we can add the option and arguments for particular options. So suppose here we can see that the user ID is defaultly set in a particular order, which is an increasing order, which is going on from 1000. So it's here 1011. So suppose if I want to change this particular order, so I want to give the user UID by myself. So in that case, we will use this option, which is -u, which is used for the UID, right? So let me mark it as UID. So suppose we have user add -u and the name of, so the argument, the UID that we want to add is, suppose let's take 1020, and let's take the name of the user as Sarita. So let's check again if it is added here. So we can see that this time the UID and GID is both 1020 and the name of the user is Sarita. So we have successfully added by modifying the user ID of a particular person. So we can also edit it here. So why it is used? Creating user with UID. Now let's move forward to another one of the commands. Suppose we want to create a user with a comment as manager. So in our organization, there are many different roles. For example, in my organization, the top of our boss is an SDM, who is a service delivery manager. So, right, so we can add different kind of roles here. Suppose if a particular person is the manager, so how we can comment his designation in a particular user, so that when we are accessing roles or we are providing roles to different people, we are able to see him in priority, right? As he is the manager. So the option for using this is C, which is also known as comments. It's used as -C. Add comments to the user. Let's check this out. Suppose we have user add, and the option we are using is C this time, and the argument we are going to give him is, let's see that C as lead. He is the lead, and the name of our lead is Rahul. So let's run this command. So we can see that here Rahul is created with the UID and GID of 1021, and the comment is lead here. In the previous entries we can see as there was no comment, but this time we have the comment here, and the rest of the things are same. Let's suppose if we want to create a user who have a different home directories. So let me explain the home directories first. The default user's home directory is always inside the home with a different folder. So as you all can see that I have created that many users until now. So let's check. So let's go to the CD home, and inside the home we can list. So as we can see, we have Babu Bhaiya, we have Gajni, we have Manish, Rahul, Ram, Sarita, Shyam. All the people are here who we have created, and all their files will be saved inside of this particular home file. So suppose if I want to set the home file of a particular user to a different location, so which command I will use? So for that case, we use this directory command, which is -d, and the function of this directory command is creating a user with different home directory. So by using the directory command, we will create a user with a different directory. Suppose let's go into our root folder, and we have all these folders here. So suppose if I want to create a folder specifically for a user. So as we have the lead, so I want to create databases for my lead. So as previously we have seen, we have our lead as Rahul here. So Rahul is our lead. So let's take another example. So let's create a Rahul's manager who is Akash, right? So we will use the user command as user add. The option that we will use here will be the directory which we want to create in different directory, and we want to specify the directory. So let's specify a new directory which is databases, as Akash is from the imaging team, and specify Akash here. So we can see that Akash user is created. So let's check the usual part, which is the home directory one. So we are not able to see inside here that there is no user called as Akash, but when we check into the databases file, allow me a minute, it seems that the A is capital here. So we can see here that the home directory for our particular user Akash is the databases, which is inside the databases. Change the shell in which user is created. So let's test it out. For example, let's create a user Jack. So now this user is created as a shell for Jack, and now we can check it. Similar, we have the tail command. So we can see here instead of bin bash, it is created in bin csh. So we have created a user whose shell is now C shell. For example, we can also look out for the file. For example, let's see what's inside bin. So these are the files which are inside the bin, and we can also find out where is this shell, right? So let's use that command that we have used previously. ls, first let's go to cd bin. We are inside the bin now. Let's search for ls. We are searching for a command starting from b. So we can see here it is the bash, and as we have created inside the C shell, let's search for ls cs. So it is csh, right? So it's right here which we have created now, and now let's move forward. So let's suppose if I want to enter multiple parameters for a particular user. Multiple parameters, what I am saying through is it, like I want to add all these parameters all at once for a particular user. So let's give me an example. Let me give an example. For example, I want to add a user named as Sharan. Sharan. So for Sharan, his UID is his UID is, let's suppose, 1030. Comment comment is, let's suppose it's BECSC, and what is home directory should be, let's suppose sh s home. Let's suppose s home should be his home directory, and what the shell should be. So shell should be, this shell in which it should be created is C shell. So we want to add all these things all at once. So what should be the command? So it's really simple. we will use the user add command. We will add the arguments. For example, we have the option u. The UID that we want to put is 1030. Then we have the option of comment. So for the comment, we will use C and put it as BECSE. And for the home directory, we have the option D, and we will assign as shome. And for the shell, we have the option as C, and we will give the shell as, for shell, we have the command as -s, and we will give it as bin c sh, and the name is Sharan. So if we will put this command and run it into our Linux version, it will certainly run. For example, let's go to the CD file and let me put it here. So it will definitely run. So let's see. Let's add here tail 5 etc passwd. So we can see here as Sharan with the UID of 1030, comment as BECSC, home directory as shome, and the default shell as bin CSH, which is the C shell, right? So also after doing this, we can make sure to add these parameters all at once. We can add them separately or even we can add them at once. Let's move forward and get into like how we can change the password for this. Altogether change the comments. For example, we can change UID, we can have a different comment, we can have a different directory, we can have a different C shell. So let's go once again. So let's move forward and let's see to assign or reset password for the user. So let's suppose, so we have the command for this which is called as passwd, and we have the username here. So let's go with Sharan only, like we have previously set for Sharan. So let's set password for Sharan. So what should be the new password? Let's take password as ABC123, ABC123. So we have done the password updation for Sharan. So when we will try to move into the Sharan user, suppose we are trying to move into Sharan, so we have to type the password. As we are a super user, so it is not required, but when we will log in through the mail option, we will need to enter the password for the Sharan. Also, we can check the encryption of the password. To check the encrypted password, it's simple. The tail command is used, and instead of the passwd, we access the shadow. So we use this command tail 5 etc shadow. So we can see here, this is the password for Sharan and how it is encrypted. So previously we have learned that while creating a user, how we can give arguments and different options for that particular user or different properties for these particular user. Now let's suppose we already have users created, right? And we want to modify the property of these users. So let's take an example to modify the properties of a user. So the command used is just user mod, and here is the option, here is the argument, and here is the username. So this is the format which is used for the user mod. And similarly to modify, we have the option U, we have the option of D, we have the option of C, changing the comment, we have the option of S, which is changing the shell. And also with this, we have also a lot of variety of options from which we can perform the change. So let's test these function out first. So let's take tail. So we can see here we have Akash, who has the GUID of 1022 and who is stored inside the home directory known as databases and who is stored inside bin and bash. So let's change everything. Let's change the UID of him as 1031, right? So let's go ahead and perform user mod. And let's suppose what we want to change. First of all, we want to change the UID and GID, and we want it to 1031. So UID's part is done. Now this for the second part, we want to add the comment as leader. So the comment is added also. Now let's move forward. We want him to be inside bin CSH. This part is also done. Now what is left? We have used U, we have used C, we have used S, and also we want to change his home directory, which is the databases. We just want to put him back inside his original directory as all the users. So for his directory, he will be inside home Akash, right? Because we want him to be similar to other users, and this is for the user Akash. So I hope this works. So yes, it is working. Let's check. So we can see here the Akash's UID is now changed to 1031, but notice a change here. Like the GID, which is the group ID, it has not changed. It is the same as previous one. Comment is added as leader. Now he is inside home Akash, and the default shell is C shell, which is bin CSH for him. So we can see that user mod, we can use different commands, we can cause different changes. Now let's see a lot more commands which are used in the user mod option. So for user mod, there is a new command which is G. So this is the primary group name which is used. What it is? It is the -G, it is the primary group name. and just say primary group, and there is capital G, which is the secondary group. About the groups, we will learn about it when we will study the group administration also. So this part I will cover with the group administration part, as it is part of that. Also, what we can also use is the command, for example, -l. So this command is used to lock the account. Why it is used? It is used to lock the account. So let's use this command and let's lock Akash's account. So user mod option of L Akash. So now the user Akash's account is locked. Now let's suppose if I try to access Akash from here. So we cannot access him as the cannot change directory, no such file or directory found. So we are seeing as the account being locked. Now what we can do to unlock his account. So to unlock his account, there is a simple command which is user mod u and Akash. So unlocking the account will result into the passwordless account. So we have unlocked the account for Akash, and which has become passwordless now also. Also we can set the password by using the p command. So let me show you an example. Well, the common password that we use is passwd, PASSWD, and ASH Akash, password ABC 1234, ABC 1234. So we have changed the password for Akash, and suppose if you want to unlock it, we can simply say here unlock Akash. So this will now not be unlocked as a passwordless password. So this is how we can lock a particular user account. Now let's move forward and see how we can delete a user. So to delete a user, which command will be used? User delete user name. So this is the command which is used for the user delete. So we can simply delete by pressing the user's name. For example, suppose I want to delete a user. Let's say we have tail -5 etc. So I want to delete Sarita. So this is how my users gets deleted, and now I'm not able to see a name user as Sarita, right? So this is how we can delete the user, but there is a catch to it. Suppose if we have deleted the user, but what happens is that we will still have the home directory of Sarita. For example, let me show you here ls. So here we have a file name Sarita, so it's not completely deleted. So suppose if you want to completely delete a user with its directory, so let's delete the user Gajni, right? So let's put user del Gajni, and we also want to remove the file from here. So we will put an R command here, and the Gajni will be deleted. So here we will not be able to see the Gajni anymore. So it's a relief, right? As we are able to delete it. So suppose now let's move on to the next command where we want to view the details of users from all databases file, right? So let's suppose I want to see the details of Sharan. So let's grep Sharan and I want to see the details from etc swd and also etc shadow. So we can see the all the details as Sharan, and from etc we have it, and from shadow we have it. So this is the file which we can, like, if we want to obtain information from multiple files, we can use grep command. Grep command is used for handling multiple things all at once. So what we have learned, let's just write it. So user del just delete the user, or and user del our username deletes the user with the directory. So this is how it works. So let's also the grep command, like the grep command we use for the user Sharan, and we grep from etc passwd and etc shadow. Now suppose if I just want to view the UID and GID of the user. So as I have told before that for a particular user we have this first number as UID and this second number as GID. So let's take case for Akash as it has a different UID and different GUID. So let's type in the command ID Akash. So we are able to see the UID is 1031, GID is 1022, and the group is 1022 Akash. So let me put in this command also ID username to see UID and the GID of a user. Now, as in the previously, we have set in password for Akash, right? So let's suppose if I want to change the password for Akash. So to change the password, we will write AKSH Akash. So it's not change, it's chage. It's CHAGE. So we will write as here. So we have to write in the minimum password age, which is 1. Then we have to write the maximum, which is 10. So last password change, yeah, it was today. Password warnings, let's put it as 4. And let's put inactivity as 0. Account expiration date, let's set as infinite. So yes, now the password parameters for a particular user is changed. So that's how we can also put password parameters. So to put password parameters chage command is used. So thank you for being with me till today. So this is how we do the user administration for a Linux operating system. I hope it helps for the further configuration that you try on. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.